Could you guys have beaten Scottie Sheffler if you guys started? Well, LJ, I think the answer to you is yes. And I said yes. On the green.
Putting. But
Putting.
you're the farthest away from the
Farthest
cup.
from the cup. And you get to start there. And you're taking on Chef this weekend. Mark, are you beating
Sunday or Saturday?
Every day.
him? Every day.
That's
for the
four
four
days.
Oh, for the four rounds?
Yep.
What was he at, 11?
Yeah. You shooting 11 under.
Are you putting 11 under?
So you have
Just
72.
starting on the fringe.
Same. Like
Yep.
They're not par twos. They're par whatever.
That's
they are.
That's
legit.
a par
It's a
5
par
on a par
five.
5.
So you get 6.
There's some
putts
holes
on
that
a
are 150 feet.
15.
Yes, we're beating that, aren't we?
You would have to.
Yourself. Yourself. Are we
Yep.
recording,
Just-
by the way?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're recording.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because this is gold.
Jerry. It's
I'm
gold,
going to
Jerry.
say one of us at this table might do it.
Really?
The rest
Just
of us,
one?
That's
the rest of us, we are grinding down the stretch.
that's what I said. I
To
said I
shoot
don't-
how many under
11 under.
from the fringes?
Yes.
You have to make it 11 birdies
There's-
in 72
There's
holes.
professionals, like really good players on edge, like they are used to that speed or they're acclimating to it, that are for putting.
That's what I said. I'm
what
like,
Nick
there's
said.
there's
Yeah,
holes
so
that
Nick,
I'm-
you're agreeing with me?
Yes. I'm like, there's par 3s out there that I'm 4 or 5 putting. I'm making a double on the green by myself.
I mean,
Oh, that's a good point,
Oh,
too.
hitting a shot.
I was thinking, like, okay, I can 2-putt a par 5, miraculously 2-putt a par
Maybe.
5.
Maybe,
But then at the same time, it's
par
like on a
threes.
par 3, yeah, you make a 3 putts a par. Anything worse than that, you're losing
yes,
strokes to Scottie
yes.
Scheffler.
well, think it's 16 green, the back left
Yes, I
pin.
know.
And they put you on the very front.
Right?
Front right.
Oh, God.
I don't know if I'm keeping it on the green.
What, yeah,
That's-
so what happens when you
That's
hit
what I
it
was
off the
going to say
green?
too. Is it a stroke penalty if you're off the green?
No, you just play it where it is,
Putt
boys.
it back on. the
Hopefully, you can still use a putter.
Yeah.
It doesn't roll into a bunker or something.
Oh,
I mean,
geez.
Tiger's putted it into the creek on 13. Now that was from the back to the front.
Jordan Spieth did that. Well, his was a chip, but
green. I don't think I can do it.
I agree with you, Nick. I think if we're just plopped out there, like no practice putts, nothing, or can we practice putt on the putting green?
the members green.
Yeah. Do
Yeah,
we-
maybe they give you an hour to go putt
what if you
before.
got a
but-
Okay, an
practice
hour.
round? What if you got a practice round? Like you get to go putt.
Well, now we're just getting
Well, to
crazy here.
Yeah.
Okay,
no
fine.
practice round.
Nope.
Putting green, you get to go out there and hit some putts like you know what you're doing.
I want an Augusta National caddy like Tommy Fleetwood.
Yeah, if you're
Well-
the caddy, that'd be different.
Ooh.
Okay, that's
give me
true
the,
too.
give me
That's
the
different.
reads on the green.
Suppose if they have a caddy. I should
Well,
be
with
allowed
the
a
caddy, you're for sure going to do that.
Yeah.
Lucas, you'll pass.
Yeah, you just tell me where to hit it. I'll hit it there.
Yeah. I think the whole thing
Oh, wow.
changes.
11 under, though. I think you're going to have some knee knockers come Sunday, and you're going to be going,
Yeah, but you underestimate the power of lab putters.
Okay.
You just
I like
point
it.
it and it goes in the hole.
No,
I think-
I'd like to think, I'm a decent putter, but I think under those current situations or tournament situation, I don't think I could match what he
Mark, here's my question to you,
Hey.
though. Which putter grip are you using? You're notorious for changing
I'm
your
going-
putter grip every single hole. So
Oh, yeah.
No, I found it now cross hand towards the end of last
Okay,
year. I
you're
just went
cross
first
hand
time in my life. I switched cross hand mid round and stuck with it. I'd never done it before.
Been with it since?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Okay.
This beforehand, though, he'd go conventional, then he'd go pencil, then he'd go, I don't know, what
Conventional
all of
or
them.
pencil.
Yeah. He just-
Hey, the last wrinkle to this, though, is it's legit with the crowds watching. This isn't you just out there.
Yeah.
This is
No chance.
Sunday afternoon.
Yeah,
You
I'm not doing it.
And they're going to be booing you, LJ, when you boo one
boy,
off
you
the
can't-
green.
You can't boo at Augusta.
Didn't Zach Johnson basically get yelled at
Yeah,
out
He
green?
didn't get booed. They were clapping after his triple bogey.
Oh, that's going to happen when you
Screwed
four
him.
putt from 3 feet.
So you just
turn into
tip
the waste
cap,
management
you
out
know?
there and
Yeah.
5 putt.
You just tip the cap. That's all. That's a good. I mean,
No, that's a good question. I don't think I could. I don't think I could do
I
it.
couldn't do it.
I think it. I don't know. I'd maybe learn the greens by Saturday, Sunday a little bit. If I like to think I'd learn the green, but it wouldn't.
Yeah, if you
I'd be
stay in the
so
same spot.
by Thursday, Friday. I
No
would
way.
have been I would miss the cut.
That would be hilarious.
It
though.
wouldn't even- it's not a matter of competing with Scotty. It's a matter of making the cut in the first 2 days.
It would be hilarious. You're just that guy. All you got is a putter and a ball.
Yep.
Well, I'd have an extra ball in case
2
you
balls
lost
just
one.
in case.
And then
Last
the other guys are,
Don't forget a ball mark too.
that's true.
Oh, you need a ball.
The other guys are hitting, up the fairway or whatever, and you're just walking along. Then you can just set yours down
Yep.
right at the front edge,
Yep.
and you walk away with the worse
lining
score
it
than
up.
those guys.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Put me down for a 6.
that's funny.
Oh,
That's a good thought provoking question.
Okay.
And open it up to everybody. See what they think. But
Yep.
Well, we better get it kicked off after that whole discussion. Welcome back to another round at Sweet Shots. We got everybody back in the booth. Lucas Johnson, Nick Johnson, Chuck Johnson, Mark Johnson. We're back again, wrapping up Masters Week. What a week it was. I mean, just great. I don't know that we did it justice hyping up exactly. It just seems like every year the Masters delivers. Year after year after year. It doesn't matter. I think someone said it, that history is written every year at the Masters. Like, doesn't matter what happens. But long story short, Scottie Sheffler, the pre-tournament favorite, kind of walks away with it. What was it, like 4 shots?
Yeah,
Four shots.
4 shot. Yeah, 11 under to 7 under.
But I don't know what it will kind of get right into it, break it down. But did you guys find watching Scottie Sheffler on Sunday boring? Watching that round boring?
Yeah, other than the first couple holes where his distance was off with his irons,
Yeah.
where you had to scramble.
So, hole 2, he was
Yep.
way over the
I
green.
think 1 and 2 he was off, but
Yeah, he was
and then
so-
it was. I'm with you, LJ. It was just kind of
Easy,
yeah.
laid back.
He
Yeah,
didn't-
I think one of our bartenders and I were watching Sunday, and he was said the same thing. He's like, it doesn't draw me to the TV. Like how good he is, it still bores me.
Well, but
But he's just
boring
so
golf's good golf.
It
That's
is.
how you
Yeah,
know
no,
it's
I know.
good.
So, but you have to. I think you have to look at when things happened in that tournament. And it was similar to Tiger's win in 19. So they get to Amen Corner 11, 12,
Yeah.
13, right? So all of a sudden, Aberg
makes a mistake.
knocks it in the water.
Yep.
Okay, and then Homa hits it over the green on 12, makes double.
Yep.
So now you got guys making mistakes around them.
That's when you
About the
start to-
time, about the time that you would need to maybe on 13 take a chance. He didn't have to take a chance after that. He didn't
Right.
have to do anything
That's
spectacular. He still hit great shots, but it lacked the drama. And that new tee on 13, it's reduced the number of times guys are going for it on 13, the par 5, and how close they get it. It'd been fun to maybe see him give the guys a chance on 13
Yeah.
Right.
more often. 15 wasn't played. You didn't see the Eagles like we've seen in the past.
There weren't many roars. You
No.
didn't have a whole lot of roars coming through.
Yeah.
But other than Oberg's mistake on 11, he played
He's solid.
really good golf.
Yeah, he
Yep.
did.
Yeah.
I mean, if anybody was going to give Scotty a run on Sunday, it would have been, I think, Oberg. And then, like we were talking about, Mark, when we watched it, it was like, that is the one thing that you cannot do is
Yeah.
hit that ball in the water on 11.
Yeah.
And you're talking, that's a rookie mistake, right? That's a veteran doesn't make that move. They're going to, I think I saw the quote, Ben Hogan says, if I hit the green on 11, I hit a bad shot.
It was a mistake.
It was a mistake.
Yep.
You lay that out to the right. Now the wind was blowing right to left, but still you have to account for that. But he played great golf. Look for that guy to be
25
in contention. there.
years old.
That was his first
24.
time out there, wasn't it?
That is, he's a
was.
Masters rookie. I saw his stat.
First major.
Yes,
right.
first major. I saw a stat. Ludwig did not have an official 3-putt at
Is
the
that right?
Masters. He's the first person to do that in his Masters debut since like 2016.
That's impressive.
If he can do it, I can do it.
Yeah, right. We were just talking about that. Like Masters debut,
Remind me
no
who
3-putts.
who was in the final pairing with Chef again? That fell apart.
It would have been. I wanted to go to Shoffley because he's always in the final
No.
pairing, falls apart, but it's not. It was.
Who the heck was it?
Oh,
Was it Morikawa?
Yes, it was.
Yes,
Morikawa.
Colin. Yeah, he made some
Morikawa.
mistakes too, Mark, on like 8, 9, 10.
That's right.
Where he's all of a sudden just went the wrong way.
well,
Yeah, 10. Did he double 10 or something? No,
I want to say
was off.
doubled 9.
you
Yeah.
listen to his interview after the third round, because he's gone kind of a little here and there on his golf swing the last year. He used the term, I hope, the swing holds up tomorrow, instead of like confidently
will.
saying
Yeah.
it will. He's like, I've been working on things and so far so good. I hope and it was like, no, you cannot have doubt
Yeah.
on
Not
that
around
golf course.
Augusta. Yeah.
Especially that course.
on a Sunday. Oof.
Yeah. And I will say it was nice to see Colin in a final group again.
Mm-hmm.
He came out firing. He's got 2 majors under his belt already, and at like the age of 22 or something like that. Like he was young, still is.
He's 26 now.
Yeah, and so it was nice to have him back on the deal. It was funny to watch. I mean, you look at a lot of. I saw a lot of Ryder Cup comparisons because you look at the captain's picks and the ways that the Americans finished there, and the quotes were something like, "I can't believe we lost the Ryder Cup," and then it showed Justin Thomas, Ricky Fowler, Jordan Spieth,
Oh, boy.
all those guys just blow up.
+9.
Yep.
You know,
Lucas Glover played well
Yeah, he did.
at Augusta.
yes,
How about lost the ball and VJ Singh also made the cut?
You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
65.
VJ's playing in Hoka tennis shoes out at Augusta National.
You know, a guy like Olafable. So we were watching Friday night at the Terrace, and a friend of ours, Greg Bird, asked, "So a guy like that, why is he playing?" I said, "Well, he's a past champion, and so is he just playing because he gets to?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, if he plays really well, maybe he has a chance of making the cut." And we didn't realize that he was inside that cut number went to +6.
Thanks,
Right.
Justin Thomas.
Yeah, that was an epic failure on his finish. But that's impressive.
Yeah.
Did you guys catch the Jim Nance interview with Jose Maria prior to the telecast?
I
No, I
heard
didn't.
about it. I never watched it. I never caught it. but-
Jim Nance finished it, and I recorded it and watched it. Jim said, "This is one of the finest interviews I've done with a golfer in all my interviews." And
Really?
it was
You're
really
gonna have to
good.
go watch it.
Oh, yeah.
Olafable was never one of the guys I liked because it was Ryder Cup.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yep.
took over after Seve, and but anyways, he was very personable, and it was his story's amazing because he for a period of time couldn't even walk, let alone
right.
play golf.
Oh, that's right.
So after he
Did
won
not know that.
his major, he won the Masters, and then
Yeah.
and then blah blah. You'll have to watch it. It's
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
cool.
I'll go watch that. But we touched on it. We said thanks, Justin Thomas. For those that don't know, Justin Thomas had one of the career blow-ups in his career, in any career. Standing on 15T on Friday night, he had a 99% chance of making the cut. I'm not even making that up. That is data golf.
He was even par.
He was even
to the whole
par,
tournament.
and it was 99% of making the cut. And then proceeds to go double bogey, bogey, double bogey. Misses the cut by one and moves the cut line to 6 over par.
Oh, my goodness.
That's
What?
I mean, that's a
Higher
career
that
blow.
caliber?
of that caliber.
Yeah.
He's going to disappear for a while.
At what point
You
was
would
he?
think.
You think was he like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna miss
18.
the cut? You think when he's standing on T-box 18, he's like, I gotta.
Yeah, he probably tries
forced
to
it then?
force a little bit. And
Wow.
I don't even know where did he go right on 18.
I
I,
don't know.
didn't even
I
look.
I didn't see, but yeah, I mean, his caddy at some. I mean, is he saying anything in his ear? Like,
Well,
hey,
that's
dude,
That's a new caddy,
He's
right?
got a new caddy.
It's
So
a new caddy.
he's got
Oh.
Cantley's caddy on the
That's right.
bag now.
That's so bad.
So big names missed the cut. When you think of
Big
JT, Spieth,
Hovland.
Hovland, I mean, those are guys that
Ricky.
Hovland struggled. Ricky made the cut.
Oh, did he? Yeah,
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 Ricky
yeah,
was
but
he
he
did.
just struggled.
Yeah, he did.
But
Tiger
Yeah.
made the cut, you guys.
Yeah,
Tiger
Yeah.
made the cut.
24 in a row.
Thought
That's
there
right.
was hole 5-ish of that third round. I thought he was WDing. He
Yeah.
looked. I mean, he couldn't finish his swing. He could not get through the golf ball. And I told Emily, I said, "There's a better than not chance he withdraws."
Yep.
And then the ibuprofen must have kicked in or something because
he hot.
yeah, the icy hot
No.
because
He's
he
rubbing
turned
icy
it turned it around and
I think he's on more than ibuprofen.
yes, I would 100% agree with that. But that was just any time that he's playing now, I think that's all we're going to get. We're going to get
Yep.
2 entertaining rounds. Oh, God, I hope he finishes. And then, man, I'm really happy he finishes. You
Well,
know,
I
when
was
he makes the
listening.
cut.
They were talking about it. Other than Kapalua, it's the hardest walk on
Yeah.
tour, right? Just the hill, the undulation. And, Saturday was probably, I think he just ran out of gas.
Like-
Well,
Agreed.
plus the weather, the wind
On Friday.
on Friday
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Thursday. I mean, he just got buffeted around and that mental energy. And I think I saw like his morning routine. He has to get up at 4:30 in the morning.
Thought it was earlier than
Earlier
that.
than that, yeah.
For that 3:30 he shared with,
Neil Shipley,
Yeah.
the amateur,
which by the way, he went to James Madison.
JMU.
Yeah, they'd go to that tournament in North Carolina that you guys went to all the time. And he's
Really?
like a year younger than you, so you should look back and see how many you beat him by back in that tournament.
I bet you he didn't have a par free back 9.
No, probably not. How about him and his buddy then? Just happened to be paired with him on Sunday. Best
How
friend
much
buddy.
sleep do you think he got? Like,
That's awesome.
You get done with your round on Saturday, and you're just happy to be there. You're the low amateur. You're like, okay, one more round at Augusta National. Feels good. And you get the text, bloop, bloop. Your tee time is 10:30
With T.
a.m.
Woods.
with T. Woods.
Oh my God, that's pretty special.
Yeah.
As an amateur, then
Yeah.
you got to go to your caddy buddy and be like, hey, guess
Guess
who we're
what?
playing with?
Yeah,
Crazy.
I thought it was funny. I don't remember what hole they were on, but his Tiger's caddy was in the bunker raking. So Tiger tossed the ball to Shipley's caddy to clean it on the green. And you could just see the look of, oh, God. And the announcer even said, how about the pressure there? Make sure I got Tiger Woods' ball perfectly clean.
That's fine.
Oh, that would be that. I didn't see that. That would
No, I
be
didn't.
good.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you guys think? They didn't show Tiger much on Sunday. Granted,
That's-
he was out
yeah.
early.
He,
Appropriate.
he was a featured group.
I watched
like
that,
the,
yeah.
the before the broadcast started. He was a featured
Like,
group.
on
I think
ESPN
that's
Plus.
100% appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Right.
think it's Saturday. They showed him a lot in the broadcast. They showed him a lot, and he was really, really strong. He shot 82. So I think it was probably appropriate on Sunday. I just want to see the most golf possible, and if it's good shots, it's good shots.
Well,
You know
there's
what I mean?
players that they never showed once on Sunday.
Yeah.
I never saw Patrick Reed. Never saw Cam. Maybe one shot of Cam Smith.
I saw multiple of Cam
Saw
Smith,
Cam
a couple
Smith, yeah.
bunker
Well,
shots.
Fitzpatrick.
He was
You never saw
underneath.
Fitzpatrick.
Fitz, I didn't hardly see Fitz,
Yeah.
Ever.
but that's why you got to get the Masters app. You
Oh, I
create
had the
your own-
Masters app.
How great of an app is that, by the way?
It's,
It
it's,
is.
It's the best app
it
in
is.
sports.
It's ridiculous.
How do you?
It's
I
great.
just don't understand how we get the best app in sports for
a week.
1 week of the
Well,
year,
just
and now we
tease
got to
it.
go back to PGA Tour app to follow along, and it doesn't even update on time. But you get to watch every single shot on that app.
It's okay. Another topic. Vern Lundquist.
Yeah.
Wow, what a finish to his career.
40 years, right?
40.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
He's seen some great stuff. He's called a lot of great
Yeah.
moments. Jack in '86, Tiger in 06. I mean, he's got all of them.
All
05. Tiger went in 05.
Yeah. I don't
And
know.
it was 05. I was 6 years old, so it would have been 05. But that was my first Masters memory is Tiger's chip in on the back of 16 with Vern on the call.
Mm-hmm.
In your life.
Yeah.
You know what else he was good at, and he's talked about this in interviews, is sometimes you got to just let it breathe too.
Don't
You got
say
the best
anything.
thing you can do is not say anything.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, no, he is one of the best calls, best voice, and to your point, Mario, like he just knows to let the arena speak for itself.
Yep.
And let it.
Agreed.
And he did
Do
that
his thing.
Sunday. I thought he was
Yep.
appropriately. He didn't talk about the
He
situation.
didn't make it about himself.
No,
and
he
he was
didn't.
very much. I think his final words now are over to 17. I think that was it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now over to 17. And that was it.
Yeah, it was pretty touching.
Very professional. That's that'll be a voice that you miss. I don't know
I agree.
who would be like. Do you ever see a Kevin Kisner announcing at Augusta National? If he gets a, I guess
Might
he's
be a
not a
little
CBS.
rough.
He's an NBC guy, but
Yeah.
But you know, they used to have who's the guy with the curly mustache that's now on Live announcing?
Oh,
Faraday?
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
fair.
not Faraday.
McCord?
McCord.
Oh,
Gary
Gary-
McCord.
Yep.
oh, Gary McCord's on Live.
Gary McCord was an announcer at Augusta for CBS,
Mm.
and
remember.
somebody hit it over the green like on 17. He goes, "Ooh, that's where they keep the body bags."
Yeah. He wasn't invited back, right?
He was disinvited.
Yep.
Oh no!
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. I remember hearing that.
Gone. And then, he also used this green's so fast they used bikini wax on it, something like that. Those two comments got him out
They
the door.
asked him not to come back.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
done.
that.
You are not invited. Disinvited.
The other
So-
thing. Oh, go ahead, Chuck.
I'm just thinking, I saw this on X, memorable moments. And I'm like, what? This really happened? It was like 1994. A gentleman showed up. He had a practice round ticket.
2007.
Oh, it was then?
Yeah, we were just talking
we were
about
just
it
looking at
What? He showed up with his clubs. An older gentleman.
on Thursday.
He had a practice round ticket
Spoke broken
to
English.
play.
Yeah.
I'm like, no way. Did this really happen? That is how. That actually, you think about it. If you
like
don't
his little,
know.
he had his little push cart.
Yep.
His pull cart.
Yeah.
Yes.
He entered the lottery and was drawn for a practice.
Practice round
Yeah.
ticket.
And he
Oh,
showed up
no.
Thursday.
With his clubs. I'm
round.
here to play.
Well,
That's awesome.
What are they
Yeah.
going to do? Say no?
Right. Anyway. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry,
ticket.
LJ.
they are going to say no.
No, I was just I was going to say with the asking the Masters or being asked not to do something or not asked back. Did you see Jason Day's outfit on
Yes.
Saturday?
Yes.
Yeah.
And this,
The vest.
the Malbon
Yeah.
Golf
What was
Championship.
that
Yeah,
all
number
about?
You know-
313. What was it?
I don't know. It's a style, but you know, Fred Ridley went up to him and asked him to remove the vest. He could not wear that vest.
I
Is
heard
that confirmed?
They made
Because
him
maybe
take
it
it
just
off.
got warm
No,
out and
it's-
they had to
it's
take it off.
Yeah, they made him take it off.
Confirmed.
Wow.
It was ridiculous.
And that
It
just
was.
goes to it was, but it also goes to show like, well, I'll rebuttal that. It was ridiculous, yes.
thought it was
But
pretty cool.
did you watch Payne Stewart or did you see Payne Stewart or remember him in the 1997 Masters?
Was
We
this
always
NFL
wore plus
gear?
fours.
Was this
So-
an NFL deal?
It was
When he was partner?
NCAA Final Four crew neck sweatshirt, Navy crew neck sweatshirt, NCAA Final Four, Navy Masters hat. Looked like he just rolled. He would have been the guy in 2007. Just walked right up.
Really? For
then-
an actual
Yep, for
Thursday
the
round or
Masters.
Friday round? Or
NCAA Final Four crew neck sweatshirt.
No kidding.
It looks great. I would 100% wear that. It's a great style.
Do you remember, Chuck? Didn't you watch Payne Stewart at the '91 U.S. Open?
Yeah.
I went to a practice round and he did not wear his knickers during his practice round.
Yeah.
And he was putting alone on the putting green, and nobody
Nobody
knew who he was.
recognized.
That's one of my favorite memories of watching golf. Is Dad and I watched him come up hole 2 at Hazeltine, and there was maybe 3 people following because he was in just regular khakis or a shorts that
Just
you would.
looked like a
He
guy.
wasn't in his knickers. Didn't have his hat on, normal hat, and we're like, I go, Dad, I think that's Payne Stewart. So we ended up following him, and it was memorable. I don't want to get into ditch here, but he took care of me with an autograph afterwards.
Really?
Yeah. It
Ah,
was,
Signed your
Sweet.
forehead.
well, I had my ticket. That would have been great, but I had my ticket, and Dad goes, let's go behind hole 2, the green, and he's going to go to 3. Let's get his autograph. So I'm right there, and he walked by. I said, hey, Mr. Stewart, sorry to bug you. Can I get your autograph? He goes, when I'm practicing, I don't sign, but afterwards, I promise I'll sign it for you. I'm like, okay, thanks. Well, we followed him the entire round. And by the time you get to the back 9, crowds have realized Payne Stewart's playing.
Payne Stewart, yeah.
We get to 18 at Hazeltine. You guys have been there. It's full.
Yeah.
Dad and I shim up. We're up by the green. Payne Stewart's up there. He's throwing balls around the green. He's chipping. He's putting. I'm probably 4 deep, 3-4 deep. Dad did a nice job getting us close. And he gets done, hands the putter to his caddy, and walks over towards my general direction. He makes eye contact and he reaches over everybody.
No way.
He did. He goes, hey, nope, this one right here. And points to me.
What a
I was
guy.
ill prepared. I took the ticket off, signed it for me. I have that down in my bar.
Oh, that's right.
It was the first autograph he signed.
Wow.
He held his word. I'm like, that's unbelievable.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
That's little stuff like that. And Arnold Palmer was really good at that as well. Being for the fans, I think
Yeah.
I told you, I forget which tournament it was, but Trevor Immelman told the story, and he was announcing that at the Masters too. And it wasn't this tournament, it was another one, but he told a story where when he played with Arnold Palmer, they walked off the first tee, massive crowds, everybody's cheering, and Trevor Immelman's kind of looking down, not acknowledging the crowd. Arnie comes up to him, put his arm around him, gave him a squeeze, and said, son, do you like this game? Do you like playing this game? And absolutely, Mr. Brown, I love this game. He said, then you put your head up, you look them in the eyes, because without the fans, you wouldn't be here.
Wow.
It's like
That's
stuff like that. You don't see that very often now.
no.
You know?
Right.
Stuff like that. That was a pretty cool story. That doesn't
That
really
is.
have much to do with the Masters, but to your point of being
Yeah,
a good
that's-
guy and signing autographs, you know?
Yep. Something I'll never forget.
Yep. Making memories. But
How many Masters is Scottie going to win?
Wow.
so he's got 2 right now,
He's what, 27?
27. What's the record?
6.
6, Jack.
I could see
4, 5?
I was going to say 5.
Yeah.
I could see 5.
Could see him win a couple
Imagine
more.
Tiger. Tiger got 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? Well, actually,
boy.
he got moved up. Scotty got moved up to the second peak golfer of all time behind Tiger Woods. Like this run that we're seeing from Tiger Woods
Yeah.
in all of the history
Is that
since
right?
1995 when Strokes Gained Data started.
Sure.
This is the second best golf ever played. He
Okay.
just moved in
can't
front of
get beat.
Vijay Singh.
Yeah.
And, he would have won that other. He would have been in a playoff, but he missed a little 22-inch
Yeah,
putt is what it was.
exactly.
22 inches. Just careless. Otherwise, he would have been in a playoff.
Yeah.
To have 4 wins in a row now.
I don't think 5 is out of the question.
No, I don't think so either.
5 Masters.
Yeah.
Wow. If he can stay healthy.
Which, it's just
Right?
it's a long time. I mean, that's 3 more years worth of mass. If
And
you win
Jack
3
always,
in a row,
Jack
but-
always said about Tiger, well, wait till he starts having a family, then see what happens.
Right.
That's
And
true.
and,
Yeah, he's
yeah,
got a
Meredith
kid that's
is
going to
now-
be right now. That was
she was.
How
Was
about-
that like yeah? 'cause she-
How about all the? Did you guys see the tweets? That was like the only thing that can stop Scottie Scheffler right now is Meredith.
yeah.
Oh,
So he was like,
no.
yeah, he's like, if she goes into labor, I'm out of here. I'm leaving.
with John. I
He's
heard
like,
that.
I can always play in another
Somebody-
Masters. I can't.
Somebody
have another
like
first
sent
child.
an email to Augusta National that said,
Oh,
"This
Lord.
is Meredith. I am in labor. Trust me, this is
Oh,
Meredith.
God.
There was
I need Scotty."
there were a bunch of tweets. It was like because John Rahm, after he put the jacket on, was laughing at something that Scotty says, and all the question on the picture was, "What do you think Scotty's saying here?" And all the comments were like, "I was never going to leave if Meredith was at." Or is
Oh, yeah, all right.
If
I
I,
saw-
were her, I'd probably just not say anything.
Just let him play.
Let him. Maybe not.
My wife
first-
would
boy.
disagree
Yeah, I don't.
for the first kid.
Yeah, you're right.
As a podcast of
question.
men, I think we all agree with that. But you think you're in that situation, you
Yikes.
probably want your
I saw
husband there.
the quote that I saw on that picture was Scotty going over to John and said, "You think Liv will offer me $1 billion?"
So how about John Rahm? What a disappointing showing.
Really,
on his part.
really sad.
He looked miserable the whole time.
Wasn't
he was
too
playing.
impressed with the.
Yeah.
He did a lot of finger pointing. He didn't really own it for his poor play.
It was too windy.
It was too windy. The
boy.
course was too difficult. The people were out there were, blah, 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 blah. A lot of finger pointing. I honestly, I don't think he was prepared. Now there's a ton of talk that Liv is going to go to 72-hole tournaments to get their world ranking points.
Oh.
And I think it would just be flat out funny if they're going to, their whole shtick is like golf but louder and shorter.
Less
Yeah.
golf.
And now they, you're
Well,
going to play less golf and you're actually going to play more golf.
We've
now.
all played golf, and as you're getting tournament sharp, if you're not playing stroke play events where you're grinding it
Grinded.
out, it's hard to just turn that on.
How about how
Agreed.
many people are at this event compared to a live event?
Yeah.
You're coming
Big
down
difference.
18. You're coming down,
Yeah.
12. You're hitting that tee shot on 12. Thousands of people when you got hundreds of people around you at a live event.
Right.
So I think this trend will continue. In my opinion, the live players will not play. Last year they were not that far removed from being on that razor edge of playing in these, 72-hole stroke. Now, a year later, they're losing. They're getting soft.
For all the talk about Joachim Neiman, he struggled
Yeah, he
a
did.
lot. He was supposed to be like the second favorite coming into this
Yep.
based
right.
off strokes gained.
Was DeChambeau, maybe Cam Smith? Who is the low live player?
Desham.
I think Desham.
What did he? Well,
Cam
was
Smith made a
minus
run.
2.
Yeah, so Desham I think finished at 3, which
Okay.
Yeah.
there was a
But
lot
he
of
was
talk.
leading it
He
for
was so he came out
Thursday.
firing, which he always plays well early at Augusta, and then
Well, it's a
fizzles.
par 69 for him, right? Or what was
Yeah,
his
he said
saying?
it's like 67 or something
67?
like that, and
Was
then
it that low?
proceeded to miss the cut. But there is also like I don't know. He was doing some crazy stuff. He had brand new 3D printed irons that cost 10
Yeah.
grand that have a little face bulge in
Yeah.
them, so they
So
flatten
drivers
out.
have that roll to the face. He came up. You got to respect a guy that's looking at
He
every.
does, yeah.
He's peeking under every.
Every rock. He's picking everything up.
He's going, well, why don't we give a little bulge or roll to the face of an iron, and then it
At
kind of self corrects.
At high swing speeds, it flattens out, right? Is that kind of the thought?
Yeah, so there's a gear effect, kind of on a fairway wood. When you hit it on the toe, it curves back left, and on the heel, curves back. It's kind of self correcting. So he took that concept, put it with an iron. Amazing.
Wow.
Amazing.
And then
Now,
decided to
obviously-
play with it at the major.
Yeah.
So that was a crazy thing because they were not on the USGA conforming list until Tuesday before the Masters.
Oh, really?
Something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like
what if he would have won? Would this have been a continued
I-
talker? Like,
Yeah,
I
I'm
think,
sure,
yeah, you're right. Yeah.
It probably would have been a point of contention.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was making. Were you up there Friday when I was talking why he can't win at Augusta?
Yeah. You
Brandel
told me that.
Chambly has a take on. He's like, well, it's a nice first round, but he can't win. Brandel was like adamant,
Called it right away.
and he said nobody on tour plays more in to out than DeChambeau. So his path comes from the inside to outside. Just the way he swings, nobody does it more than him. He said at Augusta, the ball's above your feet as a right-handed player a lot. So that gets that ball going right to left.
gonna hook.
And an inside-out player is also going to exaggerate that lie. He said, so he's going to struggle on uneven lies, ball above his feet. The ball will not come in at the trajectory necessary to hold greens to certain hole locations. I mean, it was a deep dive. It was inside baseball plus. And he said, here's why he played well day one. He drove it exceptionally to flat areas, including a couple times where he missed the fairway. Like on 15, he was way in the trees.
Yeah.
It was
But
a
it was
flat lie,
flat.
and he had a shot. He said, so if he drives it into spots where he's going to have those uneven lies, he's going to struggle with his with his game.
Interesting. I didn't think of that.
But it's true, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's also funny though because isn't a drawer of the golf ball like preferred around Augusta? Don't you want to be a drawer of the golf ball?
Well, that used to be the case.
Not so much anymore.
I think these guys just bomb it so high and far that
Height was. I know the height was a talk. I heard that somebody was saying Scottie was a big favorite, obviously already a favorite, but he hits it higher than anybody on tour. His apex is like 140. with the 7-iron. The other guys are like at 100. And so into some of those pin locations with firm greens, the ability to have that ball come down,
Sure.
you're going to hold a lot more greens. So stuff like that where, these guys just hit it so high now. We don't need that around here.
And
with
that's
all
how
the
Jack
wind,
separated
but-
himself at Augusta. He hit it so high. I wouldn't say he was a drawer of the golf ball. A lot of those guys, Jack had to hit 3-wood on 13 to get it around the corner to try and draw it. You're seeing some of that now.
A lot of
Homa was
3-woods
hitting
on
3-woods.
10. He roasted one down there. It almost looked like a hook, like a snap hook kind of thing. But how about the fantasy? How did fantasy stuff work out for you guys? I know we were being a fantasy podcast. Any luck? Any big winners?
Nah, DraftKings. Nope. I didn't hit anything. My teams are pathetic, and my mic's pathetic.
Yeah, you got it's bad vibes over there.
But cut out. Your teams were what?
Pathetic.
It won't let him say the word pathetic.
Let's try that again. Outside of that, we did a Sweet Shots League, LJ. I appreciate you bringing that up. I took second on that one.
I never got the invite, so I didn't.
I thought you were going to buy in 50% to my team.
Yeah, you got the invite.
Nah, I didn't get the
Per
invite.
Stoltman, it was too rich for your blood.
Yeah, right. Yeah, maybe now I didn't. Maybe I'm glad I didn't buy into Mark's team.
Well, I was neck and neck with Chuck for second.
Yep.
And Homa kind of let me down, and Rom. So I mean, I had a salty team. Rom, Homa, Shank. I was worried about, and he made he
Shank,
played really
yeah,
well.
Shank played
He's
well.
my
He did.
guy.
He did.
And my other guy, Jason Day, Sweater Man. So I was pretty high on my team, but Homa and Rom just let me down on Sunday. And you snuck in there.
My
Good
guys
for
were
you.
steady. Yep, I had a lot of live. I had Cam Smith, Patrick Reed. You may have heard of him. He was
Yep.
steady.
Man.
They
Cheater.
never showed him. He was -1 for the tournament.
cheater.
Fitzpatrick wasn't live, but he played solid. And then Siwoo Kim, who made it via the cut. Right,
Ooh,
in
yeah,
plus
Right
right.
on the
Wow.
number.
And I think he went
Thought he
-1 for the
played-
weekend.
Yeah, he played well on the weekend. Good for you. Happy for you.
Thank you. Yep. Cash coming my way.
And Nick Hovey ran away with it.
That's what I heard. He
Yeah.
had Scheffler
And
right?
And
Morikawa.
Morikawa.
and Morikawa.
That
All right,
helps.
That'll do.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But DraftKings was tough. I didn't have a team make money, and I
It's
ran
got to
about
be one
6
of the.
teams.
It's got to be one of the most played weeks on DraftKings. Right?
Absolutely. All majors. They're big bucks.
Any luck, Nick?
I had no luck. I didn't do a draft team or DraftKings team, but I did some prize picks. Actually, I only did Saturday, Sunday, and I won some money on Saturday. I did Morikawa less than 72 strokes, and
Nice. 72 is a good line.
what was the other one? Oh, it was Cam Young, I think, on 2.5 birdies more.
Oh,
He had-
boy,
he
yeah.
had 4.
Oh, geez, those
That
are
was-
great lines.
Yeah.
So that was free money.
Free money.
So
I-
put
How
20
about you,
bucks.
LJ?
I had quite a few underdog going. I was quite salty Thursday, Friday. I missed both of my bets by one green in regulation by Mr. Tiger
Tiger.
Woods.
Oh, I had him
Both.
too.
For both of them, he
Both
let me
bets.
down.
Wasn't it like 9.5?
10 greens. He had to hit 10 greens.
Yeah.
Ugh. So I was pretty disappointed. I made some money back. I got my money back over the weekend on kind of a throw together bet just to get that back. But I did because I was excluded from the Sweet Shots ones. I got on the Masters app. They do their own fantasy deal.
I'm familiar.
You pick 4 guys. You got
Yep.
past champion, American, international, and a wild card.
Yep.
So I did that. I got in there and I ended up out of 485,000 contestants in that one. I was in the top 1%.
Wow.
Oh, that's impressive.
What do you get for that? Like that a boy?
They give me a nice little gold trophy that says top 1%. If you win second place and third place, like winning gets like $3,000 worth of Masters memorabilia, then it's like $1,500 and then it's like $800 or something like that. Bunch of
Okay.
Masters stuff. But yeah, I had Scottie Sheffler as a past champ. I had Hideki Matsuyama as an international, Xander Schauffele as a U.S., and then my wild card was Ludwig Oberg.
Oh, yes. Solid.
I had a gut feeling about him. I kind of forgot he was a rookie going into this, but I said, you know what? He is playing so well recently.
He's kind of your guy, too.
He is my guy. I do like him. I think as a PJ, he should win Rookie of the Year for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
I did look. I guess I did win on one of mine, and that was a Scheffler, McElroy, Reed, T. Woods. I had Woods on a team.
Oh,
I had
wow.
one. Bradley and Shank. I had every player make the cut on
Nice.
that deal. So
That's big around the Masters there.
Yep.
Big
Yep.
around.
Yep. So that's fun. I guess I should have checked before I just gave up all hope on my team. No, they were competitive teams. That's the only team I cashed on.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's tough.
It's a tough week. I mean, but at the same time, it's the most predictable week because you got to have course knowledge. I don't know that there were many surprises coming out of this week other than Ludwig.
Yeah. But if you went with some guys like JT Spieth, who's got great course history
Yeah.
there, that didn't make the cut, you're done.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? I mean, a lot of people went with Spieth.
Yeah.
And
It's a
Matsuyama
good
was my
pick.
biggest
I mean,
disappointment. That's who I was all over.
Yeah, and me too. Between him and Lowry, and they just had a crap
Lowry,
first day.
yeah.
And
Yep.
they played better coming in. Of course, they started making birdies. I get notifications on my app. Shane Lowry just made a birdie. It's like, of course, now they're making birdies.
Right.
They're 20 back. But those are. I'm in the same boat, Chuck. I thought Hideki just for whatever reason couldn't get it started.
Nope. And he came in good form.
Yeah.
So
Yep. Looking ahead, we got this week. It's RBC, which is
Yeah.
now an elevated event. So all these guys go straight from the Masters. They're going right to RBC, which is Harbor Town.
that's right.
Correct? Yeah.
Love this
Harbor
tournament. Yep.
And this is one we have out on our bays. We do have, so we're going to be running a
Ooh,
little
yeah,
contest
should
out on
play
the
it.
bays, free to play. You come in, and it should be set up, should be live now. But you use the app, you get logged in, you play 18 holes, you get on the leaderboard and see how you stack up against other people that are playing. So this is a great little tournament. I think Tom Dolby and I were talking about how polar opposites Augusta National is versus RBC. You go from, Augusta, you look at it, pretty wide fairway. One of the fairways there's like 85 yards wide.
Yeah.
What fairway was that? Is that like 15? No.
15's super wide, but there's trees,
Yeah,
way down
maybe it
there that
wasn't
kind of block
15.
you.
Maybe it was 17. It was on the back nine, I thought. Anyway, it was 85 yards wide. Now you go to RBC and it's like as wide as this table. You got to hit through these trees. If you go off the fairway, you're deep trouble.
Well, you can be in the right center of the fairway and be blocked by trees.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
angles.
Pete Dye designed course. Yeah, it's all target golf, right?
I think it's
You have
Stuart Sink that plays here very well.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
you won
does.
Stuart
You're
Sink.
right.
I think you won it last.
A
Or 2
couple years ago, yeah.
He
It's like
does
twice
play
back to
well
back.
It's like a wild card guy.
Isn't it another jacket event?
Yep.
Don't they put a
The
jacket
plaid
on?
jacket.
Plaid jacket.
Mark, you got that one?
I don't have a plaid.
You do have
I
a
played
plaid.
that course.
You don't have the same color plaid,
Not
but you do
color.
have a
Yeah, I
plaid
do have
jacket.
plaid.
Okay.
I have played that course though
Have you?
before. Yep,
Okay.
it's fantastic.
I did. I still got the picture of you posing on, what is it, 17?
18.
18 with
Now
the light
that's
on?
the widest fairway on the PGA Tour.
That one is wide.
It is.
So you
It's
just
just-
can't hit it too far, though, right? Because it cuts off.
Yeah. That's a great golf course. It's a ball strikers deal. Greens are tiny.
Yep.
A guy like Hoagie's not in the field this week.
Well, it's an elevated event, so he might be.
Let me look. I got it pulled up here.
God, that is just too bad he missed Masters.
I know.
He is in the field.
He is.
Oh,
All right,
good.
good for him.
Okay.
Hopefully he can sneak
I'm
into
definitely taking him.
ball striker. He's had a couple weeks to work on it, too.
Sure.
That'll be good. A lot of big names. Scheffler.
They're all playing.
What's Scheffler's price now that he won the Masters?
13-3.
Howie, what's the next guy?
McElroy's 11-2. Schauffele 10-8.
I can't believe McElroy is still that high after the Masters.
I know. Oberg is 10-4.
That's who I would. Oberg is my guy.
The guys that came close that
Yep.
Yeah.
they're still fresh.
Still in good form. He's a ball striker. That's the guy you want right there.
JT playing? Or is he calling quits and he's fishing somewhere?
How would he get into an elevated event?
He is.
Oh,
yep.
he is,
Justin
huh?
Thomas, 8,400.
Victor Hovland withdrew though.
He did.
Missed
huh?
the cut at.
Yeah, got something going on.
Yeah, something's
That's
not.
bad.
There's not.
Day 2. That's my guy.
It is, Nick. You better do a deep dive into
Yeah,
what's going on with Victor.
He's got a swing change
Well, he went.
going on.
Yeah, Nick. What is he thinking?
No,
These
he was
guys.
hitting it well, and then he was just like, "Yeah, let's change it."
He said, "I thought I heard it. Yeah, I thought I heard an interview. He said this is as good as I was going to play with the swing I had."
Yeah,
It was like, yeah,
Well, he
you
was
were
a
a
top
tour
5
champion.
Yeah.
he was like 1 under after day 1, wasn't he? Or even, and then
Oh, I
day
don't
2
know.
he through 10 holes. He was 7 over.
Oh, boy.
That's
Something's
a tough
there.
golf course.
He was
Something
stuck.
there.
I saw a video. He was stuck in the trees. Tried to punch out, hit the tree directly in front of him, and went farther back in the trees.
That's not fun.
That's something we all can relate to. I
Yeah.
think trying to hit that shot.
So I know one last before we actually let's pivot. Are you guys got any more on the Augusta? Because I was going to ask
Nope.
Coach Johnson about high school golf. This is a
Oh,
big
yeah.
week.
Yep.
This is a big week for
This
you
is
guys,
our
huh?
first. This is our first tournament week. We record this Tuesday. We had our first tournament Monday at Village Green.
For the listeners, Deacons,
Shanley
golf
Deacons,
coach right
yep.
here. It's first season.
First season. So we had. It was a great turnout for tryout. We had like 34 kids try out. So it's awesome
Wow.
to see.
That's great.
People are hungry for golf. It's great. We got a great team. It's a great group of guys. They like to have fun and a lot of great golf there. It was a tough day yesterday. Wind was blowing. It was raining. Village Green played great. Greens are always great out there. I think they come out the best out of spring or out of winter. We took third as a team, which was very good. I think before the season we set our goal where we wanted to be inside the top 5 at the EDC. So I think it's
a great start.
I think it's very attainable, and it was a very encouraging start, and even we saw a lot of good, but there's also a lot of room for improvement.
Okay.
So we're gonna take off here. We go down to South Dakota for 2 days here in the next couple days. So we got a couple days to work on it, and then we're going down to South Dakota, which they started doing that a couple years ago because the winters around here are generally not playing at this point in the year. So.
Who was first and second team wise in the
Red River kind of ran away with it,
Ooh.
so they were 9 over as a team, I believe, and then Davies was second place. They were 21 or 27 over, and then we were 31 over par.
Okay.
So
Red River 9 over.
yeah, they had two
good game.
two kids at the winner. They had the winner. I forget if it was Kunzel. I looked at it this morning. I just forgot, but he was even par was the winning score.
Wow.
And then there was a couple guys that were just a couple over. Zach Scarprud on our end, senior. He finished with 76, but he bogeyed his last 4 holes, so he was right there.
Good golf.
And
That is good golf.
he was hitting it really, really well. So I'm looking forward to the season.
So you guys beat the defending state champs? Mustangs?
Cheyenne was 5th. Yep.
Okay.
And I think Central was 4th.
Good start.
Nope, West Fargo.
great start.
Packers
That was a
was
really
4th.
good start.
So how does it feel? Did you think about it out there at all? So you're coaching with coaches that, you played against when you were playing at Shanley in high school, and then your grandfather coached with these guys. Did they say anything to you? Was it...
There were a couple. The Valley City head coach came up to me and said, he introduced himself again, and he said, "Coach with when your grandpa was here." And I said, "Oh yeah, this is full circle now, isn't it?" And then Dan Wolf from Cheyenne, that was his one of his first years, because that's when West Fargo and Cheyenne split. Was my junior year. So his first year was when I was playing, and now he's the guy.
He is.
Yeah, so
Dan's
he's
done a great job with that program.
It hit me when they have coaches meetings. So we were sitting there, and we were sitting there. It's like, okay, there's probably 3-4 of them that were coaching when I was playing, and now I'm getting to sit there and listen to it.
That's pretty cool.
So
LJ.
yeah, it was fun. It's a great group of kids, and it's just I apologize to my coaches that I made fun of when I said they look cold when they're sitting on their golf cart watching us.
Yeah.
Because I was shivering.
Yeah.
It was when you're not walking or when you're not swinging.
Yeah.
Screw it. I'm going to wear 5 different layers.
Yeah.
And
So
keep me warm.
So gone are the days when Dad was coaching us. They would get us started and they'd go play.
We talked about that a little bit, but it's just the
All the
rules.
time.
The rules have changed a little bit because like back when I was playing early on and when you guys were playing, like coaches could not coach. They couldn't. I mean,
Yeah.
they got you.
Right,
They were
yeah.
just an organizer. They
So
got you
odd.
there.
That's right.
So then they could just go play golf.
They did.
And then
Play
rules
skins
started
game.
to change where coaches wanted to help their kids.
Yeah.
And so then it was like, okay, you can talk to them on the tee box. You can talk to them walking down. You can't, tell them which club to hit, but you can talk to them. And then it changed again. So now it's pretty much through the hole. You just can't read putts for them. You can't be on the green.
So you can give
there's
guidance
some-
off tee, like, hey, I'd hit a 3-wood here.
Yeah,
versus,
so like
okay.
the way that I like to do it would have been, being around on the tee boxes and just kind of talk them through the last couple holes if I saw something coming in or whatever, keep them updated with a lot of it's like, how's so-and-so doing or what are we doing? Just kind of making
What
some-
clubs are hitting on par 3s is helpful sometimes.
How many pancakes you ate that morning? That's what we all used to say at NDSU. How many pancakes you have this morning? 8. Ooh, that's a good breakfast.
Wow.
That's
good.
terrible.
So it's Coach Kennedy, if you're listening to this, I do apologize. I realize now how cold you can be just sitting on a golf court watching during the rain. So, but yeah, no, it was a great first experience. It's going to be a great year. Really looking forward to it. So,
Yeah, that's awesome.
And conference tournaments coming. We should mention Evan Booth, who practices a lot here at University of Mary. They had a win last week, and he was the medalist.
he's a little
That's great
6-hole
playing.
playoff. This is what he survived. So,
That was down in South Dakota as well, right?
Yep.
It was
Yep.
Up
Yeah.
Augustana invite, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So congrats to him. I mean, that's
one of our own.
yep. Put a notch on the belt right there, and
That's
that
really
win's a
cool.
win. That's great. I think they
We
got
should
conference coming
those
up.
pictures that we have of our players in the academy.
Yeah.
We should do something special for a win, like a
should.
gold sweet shots or
We could
little
just put a
sticker.
plaque on there.
Medalists.
And put a little.
Medals.
I like that. I like where your head's at.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I
What
like
are
it.
those for? Well, those are for wins.
Wins. Call
Yeah.
it collegiate wins.
Yeah.
Cool.
Start a new tradition.
That's what we're all about.
Yeah.
All about. Yep. Any parting thoughts, gents?
Well, we had the Sweet Shots Hole in One show.
Ah, yeah, we did. If you didn't catch it, that aired on Sunday night.
Yeah.
I
Right
watched
after
that.
the Masters
the
prime
Masters.
time.
Yep, I watched it. There's a lot of Johnsons.
Three Johnsons
A
representing.
lot of Johnsons.
Yep. Yeah.
That was, I don't want to spoil it, but if you haven't watched it, you got to go watch it because it's a heck of an episode.
It's a good
It's a
episode.
heck of an episode.
Okay.
You haven't seen it yet?
No, that's past
Oh,
my
we won't
bedtime.
spoil it. Okay, we
you
won't.
got to go watch it. I think it's
Okay.
And then rewatch
Good
last
TV.
year's. And I won.
You were ready for the tour after last year.
I was.
You were
you're
like,
striping it. And
I'll
you made
work.
the putt.
And I made the putt.
I know. It was like, well, I'll work at Sweet Shots for a little bit longer, but now I'm thinking, what do I start? Corn Ferry Tour? Where do
Yeah,
I go?
give me Q school. How do we do this here? How do we do this?
Nick was
I was
looking for
ready.
caddies.
That's funny. He's looking for caddies. Now, after this last showing, he is the caddy.
Let's just say it wasn't as good as the first year's.
I'm just kidding.
That's all right. That's all
Hey,
right.
you know, we were talking Masters earlier. I one other quick story that came to me. Sevy, you guys.
Did he play?
No,
Oh,
no,
well,
he's
wait a
passed away. But one of my favorite Masters story, you were talking about how tough it is to putt at the Masters.
Yeah.
And they asked him about a 4-putt he had, and I think it was on the 13th
yeah.
green. And they go, Sevy, can you? It was in the comment, you know, in the player interview room afterwards.
Walk us
and he
through.
was, you know, Sevy could get hot. He was pretty hot.
Oh, yeah.
And they go, Sevy, can you tell us about your 4-putt on 13? He goes, I missed the putt. I missed the putt. I missed the putt. I make the putt.
Yeah, that's it.
Next question.
I remember that.
I miss that putt. I miss
That would be me talking about my putting
It
round,
would
trying
be.
to beat Scheffler.
Yeah.
I missed a lot
So
of putts.
walk us through that par on 13 there.
Here's a 5-putt.
It's a smooth 5-putt. It's a knee knocker coming back for 5.
Might have been a 3-putt with one in the water.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's funny. All right. Well, there's a good one to end on there, gents. What a good show. We're wrapping up Masters. Hopefully everyone had a little bit of luck out there this last week. This next week we're in RBC. So coming out, give yourself a chance here around Harbortown out on our bays and see where you stack up. But in the meantime, we'll be back next week. So thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.